Hello and welcome to Pickle's Garage. Today we're going to work on some light scratching on the paint, and we're going to test out this Ultimate Scratch and Swirl Remover Ceramic Sealer. You can find this on Amazon. It comes with your application pad, and then you're also going to need to buy separately a microfiber cloth as well. I will show you the scratch right now, and then I'll go over some of the directions here for making sure you get the best results. So nothing crazy, just a light scratch here. I don't think this is going to work for anything much deeper than this. If you can feel any sort of groove, you're likely not going to be able to use this process, but anything light like this, we should be able to get out just fine. They do recommend that you do this in the shade or in the garage. Really, that's just so that the product doesn't dry too fast. I am in the sun just because you can almost not see it unless you're in the sun a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that this is a clean, dry surface, and then we're going to go ahead and apply the product. You're just doing tiny dabs on that application pad and then small circles, and then before it dries we're going to go ahead and wipe it with a microfiber cloth. Alright, so the first one, it did look like it helped a little bit, but it mostly just looked like I cleaned up the scratch. So it's starting to fade a little bit here, so we'll go ahead and hit it with another layer here. Alright, so we're going to move on to this one as well. This one's a little bit lighter. The first one, I'm not really seeing any dramatic results, so hopefully on this one that looks a lot more surface level, we'll see something a little bit better here. Trying to give it the best opportunity possible. I know, again, it's best to do this in the shade or in the garage so the product doesn't dry too fast, but let's see. This one actually, this does look a little bit better. Let me hit it with the microfiber. So I will say it's not too bad. I could still find all of the ones that I've been addressing. This one was probably the worst, and I could still see them a little bit. This one probably improved the most, right next to the handle. But like I said, I could still see it, but I mean, definitely from certain angles you can't really notice it anymore, so there is definitely improvement. It doesn't completely erase it, which is unfortunate, but you'd have to really be looking. But for me, I could still see it, so that's a little disappointing. Alright, I'll go ahead and end here with probably the best example of what this product is like. It did improve it a little bit, because keep in mind I did wash the vehicle with soap and water prior to attempting to apply the product, so that was about as clean as the scratch could get, and it definitely faded a little bit. It definitely looks a little bit better, but it certainly didn't make it disappear. I did see a lot of people with different reviews where it did seem to remove what their concerns were, but a lot of those were sort of like paint transfer or plastic that had rubbed off onto the paint, and so realistically you could almost get that off with really anything. And so as far as removing actual scratches, and even though these were pretty superficial, it still didn't really remove them. It just made them look a little nicer. So I spent the most time with this last scratch, and you can see it's not an overly dramatic difference. So keep that in mind, but thank you very much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.